Energy is the most precious currency in the world right now. It's even more important in the time, majorly because we all have the same amount of time, but energy is something that can fluctuate from person to person. And if you take help of mental models, you can maximize on this important and precious currency, which is the energy. And in this particular video, I'm going to be sharing with you all the importance of having mental models in your life. And also, I will give you all 10 plus mental models that I use every day to make my life easier and to be able to work a 9 to 5, do my content, and also raise a kid. So yeah, with that, let's quickly begin this particular video and let's understand what exactly are mental models. Mental models are actually the frameworks that you can use in order to take your daily decisions without putting and investing energy and be sure that that decision is going to be correct. Basically, they are the compass for you to navigate your day and your decisions. They will make solving problems easier and at the same time will equip you with making correct decisions on a daily basis. These mental models could be as basic for everyday day-to-day decisions or could be as complex for once in a time decision making. These mental models are some that I have acquired, but also along the way of dealing with mental models, I have created my own mental models, which I would share with you all in the second part of this particular video. So keep watching till the end. You can also think about mental model as a well-equipped toolbox to take decisions to whatever situations life throws at you. If you are not well equipped, you will not be able to take good and correct decisions that work in your favor and help you become the most higher version of you. Let's understand how these mental models makes our lives easier. Number one, they make the decision making very easy. Without mental models, you would ideally rely on your instincts or gut. But now, once you start using mental models to take decisions, that is when you will have something to fall back on in your toolbox and take that particular mental model out and use that framework to make decisions. So by that, decision making would be a lot easier because that framework is actually a proven framework to give you a perfect result that you are looking for, and you do not have to invent the wheel wherein you have to solve the problem for the first time. It's like you're solving the problem for the 100th time that is coming your way. And you create a framework for that. And guess what? The energy required is quite less. Let's take an example of cooking a dish for the first time versus cooking for the 100th time. When you are cooking it for the first time, it will take you quite longer to cook that particular dish. But if you are cooking it for the 100th time, you know what is the framework like and you will walk by it in a jiffy and the ride will be absolutely smooth. So yeah, that's exactly how mental models work. Number second, they also enhance the clarity in the noisy world. Right now, with the advent of social media and the information overload everywhere, we are distracted all the time. And also it happens that we might take decisions inspired by someone who is showing their life on social media. But guess what? The life on social media is not real, and you should never take an inspiration from someone to take decisions in your life when you have watched someone on social media. So these mental models are your anchor that will help you to make correct decisions. They also accelerate learning and problem solving. Now, because the situations might not be similar in your life, but the framework and the mental model could be applied to that. So with that lens, you'll be able to see the problem from different lens and also know about the efficiency of mental model that will help you to take those decisions. You might tweak it according to some situations. You might also use two different mental models for the problem solving of one situation that has come to your life. Basically, it's your toolbox. You have to use it as per your own need. But having them and equipping yourself with them in your life is important. Number 4, they also help you with mental traps and biases. As humans, we have a lot of biases in our life. Confirmation bias, overconfidence. We might be manipulated to take certain decisions, but our mental models will be truthful, will bifurcate the emotions with the correct act of doing, and will tell you what exactly to be done without any emotions. So that will keep your emotions at bay. And lastly, they also make your thinking more universal. Whenever we are in a situation, we tend to react in a different manner, whereas if our friend is in that particular situation, we advise him or her the opposite. So these mental models separate us from the emotions and all of the dilemma and gives us the real essence of everything. So this is how mental models saves our life, saves our energy, saves our time, so that we can use that energy in doing something for our higher self. So now that we have understood what exactly are mental models and what is the importance of having mental models in our life, let's talk about the 10 plus mental models that you can use to make your life easier. Number first is the first principles thinking, which is exactly breaking the problem down into the minutest details to actually understand what exactly is the problem. This will help you do two things. Number one, it will help you understand the nature of the problem, plus at the same time, in every problem, there would be one way out that you can take step by step. So once you have targeted a part of the problem, you will be more relaxed and can deal with the another part of the problem with a little confidence, because you now have cracked at least half of the part of the problem, which is why it's important to break the problem down into small steps and make it smaller. What we generally do is make the problems so big in our head that we see it even bigger than us, which is why we're not able to find solutions, or we give in any problem that we have, and we give up fast whenever we encounter any problem. So it's good to actually break the problem down into small steps, bite-sized pieces, and tackle every piece of the problem one by one. For example, if I am encountering any problem with the videos, I try to ask myself, is it the filming that is giving me a problem? Is it the editing that is giving me a problem? Or is it the scripting that is giving me the problem? So when I identify what exactly is the hit point, that is when I understand what exactly needs to be solved, rather than just focusing on that, oh, my videos are not going up on time, or my videos, oh, I'm not so consistent with my videos. Taking the problem from I'm not consistent with my videos to how can I make the process of video editing or script writing easier to be able to film videos on time and get it up on time. So this is exactly how you encounter any kind of mental model. So whenever there is a problem in front of me, I do not see it as a whole. I try to magnify and try to understand what exactly is causing the problem. It's either one part or the other part which is not working, not entirely that stuff is not working. So when you have that kind of approach, you're able to solve the problems with much more ease and confidence. Number second is the Pareto principle, which a lot of you might already know, which is a very famous principle that says that we should be doing the 20% of the stuff that brings us 80% of the returns, and not the stuff that takes us 80% of our time and only has 20% of the result. So for example, it could be when you have a long to-do list in front of you and you try to do it one by one, each and everything. And by end of the day, you have only so much time and energy, and you've done 4 to 5 things, but there are 4 to 5 things left in the to-do list, and you tell yourself that, oh, you have not done enough. And it's important to do those 2 tasks from the to-do list that will have an impact of 80%. That will tell you that, okay, my day was successful. Like for example, filming a video is a very important task. So I will focus on that, and that will give me a feeling that I have accomplished a lot in the day, rather than just sitting and scripting the video. So when you use these kind of approach and you ask yourself what exactly is going to get me the 80% of return before doing any of the task, that is when you will start to do stuff that actually matters to you, and you're not here and there putting around your energy to do stuff. The third is the law of inversion, wherein you do not ask yourself wherein you don't think about how you're going to be failing. Rather, you think about how you will be successful. So this is the one person thinking. A lot of people would tell me that a lot of videos are there on YouTube about self-improvement. There are a lot of creators doing better than me. You're just starting new and all sorts of things. Long form is not for the growth right now. Do shorts, make shorts and everything. But that's all. But all that they're telling me is telling me to get me down. They're not telling me that you should be going ahead and doing it. I'm not thinking about how my channel would fail. I'm thinking about how my channel would win, would fly, and would have an impact. That's exactly what I am thinking for. So don't ask yourself how will you fail. Ask yourself how can you succeed on that, how you can tackle that. Do not think about the results that you don't want. Always think about the results that you actually want, because what you focus on grows. The number 4 is the opportunity cost. So we often in life, we are given a lot of chances and options. And at the same time, we cannot be doing these 2 or 3 things at the same time. We have to let go of one thing, and that would be our opportunity cost to do the second thing. Because if we just focus on one thing, that is when we are going to be flying at. So when you waste time watching Netflix, that time and energy is gone. Rather, you could use that particular time to build a skill or to build an income stream. So always think about the opportunity cost that you're having of investing the time and energy on something. The 5th one is the second order thinking, wherein you think in long term of what impact it could have on your life. The decisions that you take today, you should not take it depending on the existing outcome or the immediate outcome, but it should be based on the far-fetched outcome, or does it align with the decision that you would want to take 10 years down the line or 5 years down the line. Number 6 is the sunk cost fallacy, which says that if you've made a wrong decision in your life and you've realized that this is a wrong decision that you've taken, the best thing that you can do is not cling on that particular decision for even 1 more minute. The moment you realize that, you should take a U-turn from that decision, because the more you will be with that particular decision, the more harm it will do to you, and more difficult it would be to redo everything that has gone wrong because of that particular decision. It could be holding on to a job, a relationship, or maybe a money mistake that you might be making, or maybe wrong stock that you might have invested in. You apply this mental model to any of the life area and it will stand true. The job that you've taken wrong, the career that you've chosen wrong, the person that you've chosen wrong, the house that you're living in wrong, the house that you're living in, the city that you're living in. If it is wrong a decision that you've taken, the better it is to not cling to it and leave it right there and then. It would take you a lot of efforts to do that. First, it would take you a lot of acceptance to do that, but it's okay. You all are humans, but it's okay. We all are humans and we make mistakes, and it's absolutely fine. Number 7, Parkinson's law. We usually expand the time to the work that we have. So for example, if in our mind we have 7 hours to shoot a video, I would take 7 hours to shoot a video, even if that video takes me only 2 hours to finish with it. Because I have 7 hours, I will take 7 hours to do that. So it's best to have time attached to each and every of your goal and be very strict on your timeline and be detached with yourself on how much time that you would need to do that particular task. Like for example, if I have all day to shoot 2 videos, I will take the all day. But if I tell myself I just have the first half to shoot 2 videos, I will just take first half. That's exactly how the Parkinson's law works. Number 8 is the Hanlon's razor. Never attribute a bad day to a bad person. That person might be having a bad day at work, but do not think and over generalize that particular person is bad. We all are humans. We all have our shares of struggles that we are going through, maybe at work, maybe at life. Be gentle with people around. Do not take it personally. Majority of the times if someone is behaving bad with us or is mean to us, is not because they don't like us, but it's because something that they are dealing internally. So what you can do best is to be good with them, even if they're not good with you, because you are good in general general, and being good is your nature. Number 9, the map is not the territory. What you see life as a reality is not exactly the reality. What you see is exactly the perception that you have built of life in general. Try to meet people, try to read, try to travel to be able to understand different perspectives of life and have a very overarching view of life. And lastly, the power of compounding. If you want anything in your life, money, relationship, growth, success, business, family, friends, anything that you have, anything that you want in life, health, anything that you want, or even health, anything that you want in your life, compounding is the real way to get it. Take small steps every day that has over the period compounding effect to give you the results that you want. So yeah, these were the 10 mental models that I wanted to discuss with you all and equip you with. These are general in nature because these are good to start with. Let me know if you want more specific mental models related to work, family, life, managing money, and all sorts. I will be super happy to create them because I'm absolutely obsessed with working with mental models, and I'm in absolute awe at how much they make their life easier. So yeah, try these out the next time you get a chance and let me know in the comments if you have loved it. So yeah, that was it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video till the very end, and I will see you in another video very soon. Till then, bye bye.